Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back from my existing subscribers. Today I'm going to talk about smurfing in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, we all know there's two different types of smurfs, right? There's people that actually try their best, and those people I have no issues with. I really don't even have issues with the people that are throwing, other than the fact that they ruin the gaming experience for other people, and that's a bad thing. So let's talk about smurfing, right? I have two accounts on PC, which on PC you actually have to purchase the game a second time. On console, you simply have to have the physical copy of a disc and then of the game, and then you can create another account on the console. As long as your Xbox Live or PS Plus is up to date, you can play. For me, like I said, my second account actually ends up being ranked higher than my main account, and the purpose of that account was to get better. So I would go into solo queue matches, and that was what that account was for. I had my main account that I have all my elite skins on, and that's the one that's just 5 stars. So I play with all my followers and all my groups on that account, and whenever I feel like solo queuing, I actually go on to my Smurf or my backup account, which is what I like to call it when you play seriously. I like to play on my backup account. And last season I finished Plat 2. This season I placed Plat 3, which is the first time in any season I've ever placed that high. And I actually only won 7 of my 10 games, which is even crazier to me because I've had seasons where I went 9-1 and finished gold 1. So that's something really special. But for the people that are out there, deliberately deranking their backup accounts, those are the ones that are going to be the problems, and that's when smurfing gets a bad name. I've had tons of people add me on my backup account, and I have to let them know, hey, this is my backup, but here, add me on my main as well so that we can actually play. Just because I'm a good teammate, and I like to think I'm a good teammate at least. I make good call outs whenever I can. I try not to rage on the mic, and I'm pretty respectful to everybody that I come across, versus whether it's chat or whether it's voice. So a lot of times that just leads to more people wanting to play in the future, just because you can get a solid 5-man going if no one's yelling on the mic and you can hear footsteps. It's just more impactful and more effective. So as far as smurfing goes, Siege is on sale right now. If you're not the best at the game, that could be something that you could consider. I have a couple of friends also that weren't good when they started, and they're way better now, but they did such damage to their KDs, which by the way doesn't matter. But they did so much damage to their KDs in the beginning that they want to start over. They want a fresh start. They don't care about getting operators again. They have to start over again because they're so far into the hole where they had a 0.7 for so long, and now they could drop 10 bombs all day, and then they climb after a full night of rank. They can do 6, 7, 8 matches and still be at a 0.7 KD. So that is essentially some of my friends that will get a new account. Some people are like me, where they just create a new account and will, solo queue to get better, or play with friends that aren't as good as them. And that's kind of like borderline, because you're kind of trying to protect your old account, and I get that, but it is what it is. That will be not necessarily in the other way around, where you're purposely deranking, but it's a step away, but not as bad. You know what I mean? Because you're definitely better than the people you're playing against, but you don't want to take the chance of losing. So it's like your Plat 2 skill or your Plat skill or your Gold 1 skill playing against bronzes and silvers, people that are legitimately in that level. That's not the case the way I play. The way I play, it's just I end up in gold most of the time, and then I take my journey into Plat and see how far I get. So my tip for you would be get the game again. They changed the way that the unlocks work, so that's really cool. As far as it's back to when the game first came out, it was 500 renown to unlock the first person, 1,000 renown for the second person, 1,500 for the third, and then 2,000 for the original operators. Year 1 ops are all on sale. I think they're 10,000 renown each. So year 2 and everything up, year 2 and 3 and 4, those ones are not on sale, but that's a really cool way to be able to get some of the older operators that are still viable in this game, like Habana, Echo, Buck, Blackbeard, all those year 1 ops, to transition over and still be effective in today's meta. So do that, solo queue, or start a new account if you're better in the game now than you were before. But the best way you could do it is to solo queue, because then you take that taxation off yourself of losing, and you can just focus on getting better. And that's pretty much what I got for you. So hopefully this video helps you out a lot. This is my perspective on Smurfing. It can be bad, but it can also be used for good. It's all depending on who's the actual person Smurfing and what their intent is. There's actually nothing wrong with it. So there's people like in everyday life that have two of other things. So I don't understand why somebody would be automatically labeled as a bad person because they have two Rainbow Six Siege accounts. People have two cars, people have two houses. You know, you don't look at them any different. So, and this is like on the grand scheme of life, this is insignificant because it's just an account on a video game. But that's my take on it. So like I said, hopefully this video helps you guys out. And the big tip takeaway would be like, create the account to either start over if you're much better than you used to be, or create the account to get better if you have a lot of stuff that you don't want to lose on your main account, but you really want to get better at the game, but you're afraid to lose in ranked. Do that. I'm not saying go in there throw. You have to pay attention. You have to play the game correctly, but it's something that takes the weight off your chest. Like, oh, if I lose, like now it's like when I log in and my friends are going to ask me why I'm not platinum anymore or why I'm not gold anymore, and now I don't want to face it, so I'm just not going to play ranked. So that takes the weight off your chest. All right, you guys be easy. I'll catch you in the next video.